every day on Power 365 Radio, broadcasting from the city of Ibadan. Follow us for top-notch news and entertainment updates. Don't miss a thing. So, pick up your phone and follow us on Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power 365 _FM. Power 365 Radio, your number one online Southwest radio. This is Power 365 Radio. Get ready to experience journalism. At Power 365 Radio, we pride ourselves on being your go-to source for authentic news and insight. Be it breaking news, thought-provoking discussions, we are your number one online radio station in Southwest Nigeria. We are dedicated to delivering top-notch content that keeps you informed, entertained, and engaged. Stay connected on Power 365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power 365 _FM. Power 365 Radio, your source for news and insight.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sport coming to you live from the studio of Power 365 FM, situated in the city of Ibadan, the biggest brand roof city in the whole of the country. All right, my name is James Oluwadurutimi Ariman. Today, we will be doing justice to all the latest transfer news, transfer speculations, transfer rumors going around the world. When I say around the world, I'm talking about the top 5 European leagues, the NPFL. Yeah, we'll also talk about the SPL, talking about Saudi Pro League. Because as we speak, Victor Osimhen is in between the middle of the center of which club to join between Chelsea and Napoli. Alright, quickly, let's start from the foreign scene. As Federico Chiesa, Juventus player, might be announced today as a Liverpool player. After 3 torrid weeks, finally, it seems the Anfield Stadium might be the right destination for Federico Chiesa. His agent has been in England for over 2 weeks now, trying to get a new club for his customer. Spoke with Manchester United, spoke with Manchester City, spoke with Arsenal. But right now it seems Liverpool might be the right destination for Federico Chiesa. Alright, not a news anymore. Mikel Merino is now an Arsenal player. I'm quite sure my colleague must have given you the hint of what happened at the Emirates Stadium after Mikel Merino was unveiled last evening. Okay, so I will not talk much about that. Ipswich Town have sealed the £8 million move, or let me say £8 million signing of Luton winger Chidi Oze Ogbene. The Island International has signed a 4-year deal at Portman Road and becomes their 10th signing since they returned to the Premier League The Tractor Boys have been looking for another forward despite spending almost £100 million this summer after winger West Bond suffered a hamstring injury in the 2-0 opening day defeat to Liverpool. Chelsea have made a move to sign 28-year-old Brentford and England striker Ivan Toney, though the Blues will not be able to match the wages on offer from Saudi Arabia club Al Ahly. Toney will reportedly earn up to £400,000 a week with the Saudi Pro League side. I mean, this stuff is getting more messy and messier because Chelsea wants to sign either Ivan Toney or Victor Osimhen, and as well as Chelsea is concerned, the same Saudi club Al Ahly is bidding for both players, talking about Ivan Toney and Victor Osimhen. But the real issue right here now is Chelsea cannot match up with the weekly wages that is being offered to that of Osimhen and Ivan Toney, even though Osimhen had made a bold statement that he's not ready to reduce his wages or his wage cut. He would rather collect more from any club he's going to join. Alright, Newcastle and Manchester United are looking at a late move for England forward Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, just 27 years of age, will be out of contract at Everton next summer. That's 2025. Like I said earlier, Liverpool are working to complete the signing of Juventus and Italy forward Federico Chiesa, just 26 years of age, before the transfer window closes on Friday. Lyon and Belgium midfielder Aurel Mangala is expected to have a medical with Everton with a review to joining the club on loan before the transfer deadline. Leicester City are close to a breakthrough in their £19.5 million bid to sign Genk and Morocco midfielder Bilal Ekanouz. Bilal Ekanouz is just 20 years of age. Nottingham Forest are looking at Ajax and Netherlands forward Brian Brobby is just 22 years of age. And Forest is trying to bolster the attacks, and they're looking to bring in Brian Brobby as a potential signing before the transfer window closes. Let's not forget Tottenham Forest were on the verge of signing Arsenal striker, talking about Eddie Nketiah, before the deal collapsed. Same thing with Santiago Gimenez. But it seems Santiago Gimenez does not want to leave PSV. Chelsea have identified Aston Villa and Colombia forward John Duran as an alternative to Napoli striker Victor Osimhen if they fail to sign the 25-year-old Nigerian international. John Duran is just 20 years of age. Alright, Roma are open to selling England forward Tammy Abraham, with West Ham also interested, but it seems Tammy Abraham might be favoring a move. Tammy Abraham might be favoring a move to AC Milan ahead of West Ham, but let's see if he will prefer to go back to England or would like to team up with AC Milan. Alright, Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund are monitoring 24-year-old English winger Jadon Sancho. Let's not forget, I told you yesterday that both Chelsea and Manchester United are currently on a discussion regarding Jadon Sancho and Raheem Sterling. But right now, Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund are also monitoring the situation, even though it was reported last month that Jadon Sancho, after coming back from a loan low spell at Borussia Dortmund. The Jadon Sancho, Manchester United coach Erik ten Hag had already sorted out their differences. Alright, Manchester City are yet to make a decision on the future of Portugal midfielder Matheus Nunes, but are aware of Atletico Madrid's interest in him. Yeah, Atletico Madrid have shown interest in signing the 25-year-old Portuguese international, talking about Matheus Nunes. But Manchester City will be happy to allow him go, talking about Matheus Nunes. Manchester City are happy to allow Matheus Nunes go for the right price. Leeds United have opened talks with Fortuna Düsseldorf in a bid to sign Japan midfielder, talking about Ao Tanaka. Ao Tanaka is just 25 years of age. Bayern Munich have agreed a deal with Saudi Arabia's Al Hilal for Kingsley Coman. However, the 28-year-old French winger has yet to commit to the move. Well, talking about the latest update about Kingsley Coman, his agent had denied that the player is close to joining Al Hilal or any team, be it in the Saudi Pro League or in Europe. According to his agents, Kingsley Coman are still looking at the options on ground, but he hasn't had an agreement with any team. In fact, they are yet to speak with any team, according to Kingsley Coman's agent. Alright, West Bromwich Albion have rejected a bid of about £10 million from Southampton for 21-year-old English winger Tom Fellows. Netherlands striker Wout Weghorst is set to join Ajax from Burnley after reaching a personal agreement with the Dutch club. Well, Wout Weghorst, the former Manchester United. Former Manchester United striker and Wolfsburg striker is just 32 years of age. Alright, quickly. Before we talk about other sports, let's talk about our local league. Talking about MPFL. Then from there, we'll talk about Nigerian players. Alright, Nigerian youngster Kuku Ebuka Enyi Azu has sealed a move to Czech Republic side Padubis. The centre back joined Jiri Senak side from 36 Lion Academy. Enyi Azu will spend the next 3 years with Paradubis. The defender was discovered in Umaya during a youth tournament. His impressive performance with 36 Lion called the Eye of Padubis, who offered him his first professional contract. Enyi Azu has already started training with his new teammates. Aremu Soliu has been confirmed as the head coach of Abubakar Bukola Saraki Football Club. The chairman of the club, Aloy Chukwu Emeka, confirmed Saliu's appointment on the social media. According to the statement that was released by the club, one of the foremost grassroots coaches in Kwara State and head coach of Champions Football Club, Coach Aremu Soliu has been confirmed as the chief coach of ABS Football Club. This was according to Aloy Chukwu Emeka. Soliu is expected to be unveiled in Ilorin tomorrow. Abubakar Bukola Saraki Football in the Nigeria National League next season. Let's talk about non-transfer news in the MPFL. Referees in the Nigeria Premier Football League will smile to the bank in the 2024-2025 season, which begins on this Saturday, following the decision of the MPFL board to raise their pay by 50%, aside from being provided with the newly acquired communications gadget. This is in fulfillment of the premise of the league board chairman Benga Elegbeleye at the end of last season. President of the Nigeria Referees Association, Sani Zubairu, confirmed on Tuesday that the referees are already in training ahead of the commencement of the league on Saturday. According to him, says we are in training already to get the referee used to the equipment. It will be used by all 4 referees for all the 380 matches on the MPFL, including the Federation Cup matches. Well, that was according to the NRA chairman, talking about Nigeria Referee Association chairman, Nigeria Referee Association president, rather, Sani Zubairu. In continuation of what he said this will enhance the performance of our referees, as we cannot compare officials using gadgets with those that are not. So we are still expecting more high performance gadgets to be provided for our referees as time goes on. It was also gathered that the referees training is done in batches at the Federal Capital Territory in Abuja. Meanwhile, for the second time in the last year, the referees will also be getting increased match indemnities. But one of the factors that have influenced how much a referee earns in the MPFL is the distance they cover, according to a top official of one of the partners in the league. Well, according to that person, their money is calculated by the distance they travel to their match venues. They spend close to 10 million naira on match officials every match day. The least amount a referee can earn is 200,000 or 150,000 naira per match for transport and feeding. All the officials have their accommodations paid for 48 hours before they arrive at their match venue. As they take off, they get their money and they know where they will lodge. We pay for accommodation straight to the hotel. While feeding and transport allowances are paid in cash before they leave for their match venues. Things have changed. It's not like this was the payment structure before the last increment, and the arrangement understandably remains. Rivers United forward Njima Nwagwa is already in Saudi Arabia to finalize his move to Saudi Arabia's second division side, Al Sadd Football Club. Nwagwa last played for the 2022 Nigeria Premier Football League champion, and he was appointed captain of the team ahead of last season. He joins Al Sadd as a free agent following the expiration of his contract with the Pride of Rivers, being among 13 players whose contract with the Port Harcourt side expired at the end of last season. The 31-year-old, who was pictured at the King Khalid International Airport, Saudi Arabia, in the company of the club's first team supervisor, Mohamed Al-Dosori, has reportedly signed a 1-year deal. Nwagwa has also played for Lobby Stars and Kano Pillars in the Nigeria top flight, scoring 49 goals and 3 assists in 234 games across all domestic and continental competition for all the clubs. He was part of the Kano Pillars team that dramatically lost the 2018 Federation Cup title to Enugu Rangers before winning the title in 2019. He also won the MPFL title with Rivers United in 2022 after joining them in the summer of 2021. The latest report reaching me from Anfield is that Federico Chiesa will be in Liverpool today. He's set to travel to the Merseyside. So should he do his medicals today, then probably latest tomorrow will be announced as a Liverpool player. So in continuation of Nwagwa Inyema Nwagwa, well, his new club Al Sadd are in Group B of the 32-team Saudi second division, and they'll play against Al Wash in their first game of the season on the 14th of September. We wish Inyema Nwagwa good luck. Alright, without wasting much of our time, let's talk about Nigerian players that are applying their trade abroad. Especially those that might be leaving their current club to join another one, or those that are joining. Then before we talk about it, team news, the national team, Super Eagles, Super Falcons, Flying Eagles, and the rest, all the Golden Eagles. Alright, quickly. Feintola Mabokoje has completed a link up with the Serbian side, with the Serbian club, Red Star Belgrade. Yeah, the female team, not the male team. Mabokoje joined the Red Star Belgrade from Nigeria Women's Football League side, FC Robo Queens. The details of a move to the Belgrade club were not disclosed. Mabokoje featured prominently for the Lagos club last season. She joined the increasing number of FC Robo Queens players who have secured lucrative moves abroad. Top of the list is 6-time African Women's Footballer of the Year, Aziza Oshoala Agbapola. Oshoala started her playing career with FC Robo in 2009. Nigeria youngster Chukwu Ebuka Nyazu. Okay, we've talked about that. Chelsea are unwilling. Yeah, they are unwilling to earn deals above £70,000 per week for new players, according to a Sky Sport transfer chief, KV Soccer All. The club is not interested in signing players who demand £200,000 a week or £300,000 a week contract. With Enzo Maresca looking to add striker to his squad, Chelsea have been linked with Napoli's Victor Osimhen and Ivan Toney at Brentford, but it now appears the deals for Toney will be easier to do, as Osimhen is reluctant to take a pay cut. According to Soccer All, the average wage of their new signing is between £60,000 a week and £70,000 a week. That is the base wage before you add in bonuses. I think there is a feeling that Ivan Toney is willing to fit into that wage structure. Also, it's coming from a club like Brentford, who are not famed for paying massive wages. Nigeria forward Brown Ideye has advised Victor Osimhen to accept a pay cut to facilitate his move to Chelsea. Chelsea are interested in signing the Napoli striker, but negotiations have stalled over Osimhen's financial demand. The Blues reportedly want to sign Osimhen on loan with a reduced salary. Osimhen is, however, open to a loan with the obligation for a permanent transfer. The Nigerian is also not willing to reduce the salary. Ideye has fingered Osimhen's agent, Roberto Calenda, in the tussle. I don't know why Victor Osimhen's agent will let him take a pay cut and play for his dream club, Chelsea. I think it's more than we read online. Ideye wrote on his X handle. Well, no be trophies. You don't feed your family with trophies, okay? I won't say more than that. Alright, Super Eagles defender Benjamin Tanimu looks to switch clubs this summer and is reportedly weighing up offers from clubs in England and Egypt. According to sources in Tanzania, Tanimu's club, Singida Black Stars, formerly called EFO, have received offers from Zamalek in Egypt as well as an unnamed club in England. Benjamin has been informed by the club that an offer has come from Egypt, a close source. So the player told the media the unnamed English club have also sent their bid to the Tanzania side, and it's claimed that both offers are a mouth-watering offer compared to his current earnings at Singida Black Star. The 22-year-old is also said to be leaning towards the English side. Tanimu joined the Tanzania Premier League club from Bendel Insurance in January and earned his call up to the Super Eagles shortly after. He has since played 3 games for the national team, featuring in the 2-1 friendly win against Ghana in March, as well as the 2026 World Cup qualifiers against South Africa and Benin Republic. Before his Tanzania adventure, Tanimu was a consistent figure in the Bendel Insurance defense in the Nigeria Premier Football League since the promotion to the top flight in 2023. He scored 2 goals in 19 appearances for the Benin Arsenals before making the move, and was also part of their unprecedented 21-game unbeaten run in the league last season. He also played a key role in their 2023 Federation Cup triumph. That's Benjamin Tanimu for you. Alright, new Al-Kholoud Football Club of Saudi defender William Troost-Ekong is back in the national team for the first time since the 2023 AFCON in Ivory Coast, as well as Nottingham Forest duo Olaoluwa Aina and Taiwo Awoniyi and unsettled Napoli striker Victor Osimhen. They were among the 23 players listed by the Nigerian Football Federation on Tuesday for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying fixtures against Benin Republic and Rwanda on the 7th of September and the 10th of September respectively. Awoniyi has been called. Taiwo Awoniyi has not been called since the 1-1 draw with Lesotho in Uyo on March Day 1 of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign in November last year due to injury. The list has 3 goalkeepers, 7 defenders, 6 midfielders, and 7 forwards. According to the media, the AFCON 2023 revelation, Stanley Wabale will be joined by Udine's Maduka Okoye, while former Bendel Insurance goalkeeper Amos Obasoki, who just completed a move to Ethiopia, has also been recalled. Well, this year's AFCON player of the tournament, Troost-Ekong, is joined in defense by Bright Osayi Sambo, Bruno Oyema Echi, Oluwasemilogo Ajayi Kabebase, Ala Aina, and Olisa Nda of Orlando Pirates, who make a return to the team as well. Leicester City midfielder Wilfred Ndidi and Rafael Oyedika, Al-Azan Yusuf Abdullah, Azios Fisayo Dele Bashiru, Brentford Frank Oyeka, and Alexander Iwobi of Fulham and midfielders invited for the game. Okay, in attack, up front, we have Osime, Osigo, Starboy, Awoniyi. Also, in the ranks, we have Samuel Chukwueze, New Sevilla men, talking about Kelechi Iheanacho, Victor Boniface, the king of German Bundesliga, Moses Simon, the Prince of Nantes, and Ademola Lookman, the King of Europa. Those are the players that will be leading the attack for Nigeria. According to the NFL, all the players are expected to report to camp in Uyo on Monday, the 2nd of September, 5 days before the first game against the Benin Republic, which is set for the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in the Akwa Ibom State capital. Talking about the national team. Revelations have emerged on how German coach Bruno Labbadia handled the Super Eagles job, despite not being mentioned among the coaches linked with the position until a few hours before his appointment. Labbadia was announced by the NFF in the early hours of Tuesday, ending the uncertainty surrounding the highest football coaching role in Nigeria. In the statement, NFF General Secretary Muhammad Sanusi said the NFF Executive Committee has approved the recommendation of its Technical and Development Subcommittee to appoint Bruno Labbadia as the head coach of the Super Eagles. The appointment is with immediate effect. Lambadia's first game in charge Lambadia's first game in charge is the 2025 AFCON qualifier against the Benin Republic in Uyo on the 7th of September before the three-time African champions traveled to Rwanda 3 days later. According to BBC Sport Africa, the 58-year-old German was interviewed by the NFF last Thursday after talks with Swedish coach Jan Anderson and Frenchman Hervé Renard after deal collapse. Former English Premier League coaches Gustavo Poyet, Aitor Karanka, and Italy's 2006 World Cup winning captain Fabio Cannavaro were the other contenders interviewed late in the day by the football body. A member of the NFF technical committee who pleaded anonymity, being not authorized to speak on the issue, corroborated the claims. According to him, says the NFF was concerned about the coaching situation. As someone working under the NFF, I can tell you they were seriously on top of the issue. They were equally sad about not having a coach at this crucial time. It's not any coach that you see you appoint. What about the package money? You have to be sure of the package you have. I can't appoint anyone. I can't just appoint anyone, especially if the money is not something you can work with. It's not like they didn't want to appoint a coach. That was according to the anonymous NFF worker. The BBC also reported about former Sweden coach Anderson, 61 years of age, had been in talks with the NFF and had been said to take charge at the Super Eagles, but he was only available in November due to personal commitment with two-time AFCON winner Hervé Renard is willing to make plans for signing his contract, and these forced the NFF to look elsewhere for Finidi George's successor. And Badia is the sixth German to take charge of the Super Eagles following Karl-Heinz Maruski, who had two stints between 1970 and 1974. Also Gottlieb Goller, 1981, Manfred Honor, 1988 to 1989, Betty Vogt, 2007 to 2008, and General, 2016 to 2021. The former Stuttgart coach is now faced with two important qualification campaigns, the 2025 AFCON and the 2026 World Cup, as the list of the invited players for the first two games have been released in the coming days. Alright, to the junior team. Falconet head coach Christopher Danjuma remains confident in his team's readiness for the upcoming FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup, which holds from the 31st of August to the 22nd of September in Colombia. Danjuma's assurance came after he led Falconet to a narrow 1-0 defeat against Mexico in their final warm-up match in Bogota. Mexico's early strike, a 15-minute volley from Alejandra Lumeli, was the decisive goal, but Danjuma sees the game as a valuable test for his squad. Reflecting on the match, Danjuma highlighted the significance of these preparatory games in fine-tuning the Falconet strategies rather. The friendly matches were crucial for the Falconet as they have helped the team fine-tune their strategies and assesses their readiness rather for the tournament. This was according to Danjuma. The veteran gaffer acknowledged that while the result against Mexico was not what they hoped for, the experience gained was invaluable as they gear up for the World Cup. The Falconet had earlier secured an impressive 2-1 victory over Australia, a result that boosted their confidence heading into the tournament. Danjuma emphasized the team's overall preparedness, saying he won 5. According to him, he says, "We won 5 of our 6 qualifying matches with LV score lines and have added victory over the Australians. The fact that we played 2 international friendly matches and won 1 and lost 1 shows the girls are ready." Looking ahead, Danjuma is fully aware of the challenge that lies ahead, particularly in Group D, where Nigeria will face Korea Republic, Germany, and Venezuela. The Falconet will begin their World Cup campaign on the 2nd of September against Korea Republic, followed by a clash with Germany on the 4th of September, and will conclude their group stage matches against Venezuela on the 7th of September. Quickly, let's talk about other sports before we go back to the foreign scene. We are talking about other sports. Team Nigeria will begin their Paris 2024 Paralympic Games campaign tomorrow. Today is Tuesday. Next tomorrow on Thursday, in the table tennis event following Monday's draw at the South Paris Arena, the South Paris Arena, where the intense competition will unfold over 10 days. The Paralympics will begin on Wednesday, the 28th of August, and run until the 8th of September. With teams have been drawn against formidable British and Chinese opponents in the men's doubles and mixed doubles event. Kayode Alabi and Faith Obazu Aye will compete in the mixed doubles event, facing Great Britain's duo of Joshua Stacey and Blythe Swami, while Alabi and Victor Mariloye will take on the Chinese pair of Yuan Jiaxin and Peng Weinan. Alabi and Obazu Aye will start their campaign from the round of 32 in the mixed doubles, while Alabi and Fariloye will begin theirs in the round of 16 men's doubles. The confident Alabi expressed the team's readiness to defy the odds, saying, "We're ready for any opponent because we are well prepared for the challenge in Paris. There's no doubt that we are facing strong opponents, but we are not going to give up easily and hope to progress to the next stage." The single draw, which is expected to add to the growing excitement, is scheduled for the 30th of August. The Nigerian team of 6 men and 2 women will compete in doubles, mixed doubles, and singles events. Nigeria has a proud history in Paralympic. I've been talking about Paralympic table tennis, having won 2 gold and 3 bronze medals since their first win in Atlanta in 1996. Alright, Nigeria sport community has been plunged into mourning following the death of Nonjin Mayegun, the country's first Olympic medalist. Mayegun, who won a bronze medal in boxing at the 1964 Tokyo Olympics, passed away on Monday in Vienna, Austria, at the age of 83. As the news of his death spread across the globe, tribute began pouring in from various quarters, highlighting the incredible mark Mayegun left on the Nigeria sport. The Minister of Sport Development of Nigeria, Senator John Owa-Eno, led the tribute with a heartfelt message. According to him, he says, "We lost Nigeria's first Olympic medalist, Nonjin Mayegun, who died on Monday at the age of 85. Why condolences?" Okay, my condolences to Mayegun's family and the entire Nigerian sport community. His monumental contribution to Nigerian sport in 1964 was not just a win for himself, but a victory for all Nigerians. His legacy as a pioneer of Nigerian sport excellence will never be forgotten. That was according to the Minister of Youth and Sport. The Nigeria Boxing Board of Control, talking about the Secretary General of the board, Remi Aboderin, remembered Mayegun fondly. So Nigeria will never forget the heroic exploit of Omo Oloja, as he was fondly called. Where he represented the country with dignity at the 1964 Olympics and the 1966 Commonwealth Games in the light middleweight division, and he brought Nigeria to the limelight of winning laurels at the Olympics by being the country's first ever medal winner. He gave us our international recognition in terms of boxing and sport by turning pro afterwards, and he amassed incredible wins. May the ring warrior soul of the late champ rest in perfect peace. MBF President Azania Omo Agige also aided Mayegun's achievement. Alright, quickly on the foreign scene, let's talk about the US Open. Talking about the US Open. An emotional Naomi Osaka made a triumph. An emotional Naomi Osaka made a triumphant US Open return by beating Jelena Ostapenko in a blockbuster first-round match. Oh my word, Jelena Ostapenko is out. Japan's Osaka is a 2-time champion at Flushing Meadows, winning the first of her 4 Grand Slam titles in New York in 2018 and repeating the feat in 2020. She missed last year's tournament after giving birth to her daughter Shai, but watch from the crowd, which reignited her desire to compete. The former world #1 faced a tough task against the 10th seed Latvian Jelena Ostapenko, but came through, winning 6-3, 6-2 in just 63 minutes. Naomi Osaka covered her face with a towel as she cried tears of joy and relief after the win, and became emotional again in her uncut interview. World #1 Iga Swiatek was made to work hard to beat lucky loser Kamila Rakimova in the US Open first round. Poland's Iga Swiatek was not at her best in a 6-4, 7-6, 8-6 victory that took just 2 hours. on Arthur Ashe Stadium. Swiatek, champion in New York in 2022, made a trademark quick start, racing into a 4-new first set lead. But Rakimova rescued a break before Swiatek served it out. The top seed went up an early break in the second set, but her frustration was evident when she swiped angrily at the ball after a long forehand gave the break back. Rakimova, who lost in the final round of the qualifying, kept in touch with Swiatek and had 3 set points in the tie-break to force a decider. However, Swiatek upped her aggression when it mattered to secure victory and set up a second-round meeting with Japan's Ena Shibahara. The 5-time Grand Slam champion Swiatek won her 3rd successive French Open title in June and secured an emotional Olympic bronze medal last month. However, she has only gone beyond the 4th round once in the 6th appearance in New York, and that was when she won the title 2 years ago. Okay, before I wrap up the show, world number 1 Jannik Sinner and 4-time Grand Slam champion Carlos Alcaraz were both given scares in their US Open first round match. Italy tennis player Jannik Sinner lost the first set before regrouping to beat American Mackenzie McDonald 2-6, 6-2, 6-1, 6-2. On the second day's play in New York, the Italian was playing his first match since it emerged he had been declared of any wrongdoing after twice testing positive for a banned substance earlier in the year. Alcaraz, the reigning French Open champion and Wimbledon champion, overcame a scrappy second set to see off Australians qualifier talking about Li 2, 6-2, 4-6, 6-3, 6-1. The pair whose rivalry is tipped to be one to watch over the next few years to meet in the semi-finals at Flushing Meadows. Britain Dan Evans produced an astonishing comeback to win the longest match in the US Open history as he beat Russia's Karen Khachanov in 5 hours and 35 minutes. Evans, 34 years of age, was 4-0 down in the decider, but somehow found the mental and physical strength to win the 6-7, 6-8, 7-6, 7-2, 7-6, 7-4, 4-6, 6-4. In a test finale, Russian 23rd seed Karen Khachanov saved 2 match points before hitting the third into the net. Evans broke into a beaming smile before slopping exhausted into his chair. Britain's Aria Dart says she is enjoying having her mom as her coach as she prepares for her second round US Open match against Marta Kostyuk on Wednesday. The 28-year-old sailed through the first round with an assured 6-1, 6-2 win over Chloe Paquette of France. She will now face Ukrainian 19th seed Kostyuk as she bids to reach the 3rd round at Flushing Meadows for the first time. Dart's mother, Susie, has stepped up as a coach for the New York tournament because her regular coach, Olga Morozov's daughter, to travel outside the UK. Emma Raducanu says she wants to play more matches before Grand Slam tournament after losing to Sofia Kenin in the US Open first round. Britain's Raducanu, who lost 6-1, 3-6, 6-4, was searching for her first victory in New York since unexpectedly winning the title in 2021 as a teenage qualifier. She fell in the first round in 2022 and missed last year's tournament as she recovered from wrist and ankle injury. Raducanu played just one tournament between Wimbledon in July and the US Open, reaching the quarterfinals in Washington earlier this month. The 21-year-old fought back tears in a news conference after she lost to fellow Grand Slam champion Sofia Kenin and said she felt sad and down. Sorry, Emma Raducanu. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I have to wrap up the show. Once again, the name is James Oluwadruti Maremu. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Tune in for the rhythms that make you feel alive. And get ready to power up your day